Lynn, it's asking me for a password.
Lendizzle1.
Yeah, lendizzle1.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Give everybody a couple minutes and then we'll get started. We have Hotfix, Justin, and Robert on the line with us tonight. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Hey, Mr. X, welcome back. And Colorado Adventure Club, if you're out there, I think I missed some videos, but or missed some pictures, but I was able to get those. Thank you for admitting him. And we'll give everybody a couple more moments and then we'll get started. Hot fix, it sounds like you still have some hot fixes to do on your bamboo equipment.
Too soon.
Yeah, we'll have to hear all about that. Hey, Renee, welcome back. Gabe, welcome to the stream as well. Can you guys test the audio for me?
Hello.
All right.
Hello, hello.
If you guys in the chat cannot hear them, please let me know, but it looks like it's working.
Hey, Lynn, I threw something in Teams chat if you don't mind. Just checking that real quick.
I had a problem with my BQ build plate. It started delaminating. And it's a brand new build plate.
Oh, you did double
You're not
capital. That was the last variation that you didn't try, is just the one capital there. That's funny. All right, thank you for confirming that, Jason. I appreciate that. And I forgot the password too, Hotfix. I had to go back to the emails that I sent to everybody to see what it was.
I assume that you got my files since I had no way of
Yes, sir.
checking.
Yes, sir. I got those. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We have a few people on here, so let's go ahead and get started with the photos. And we'll start with Colorado Adventure Club, and I think I missed these last week, but hopefully we'll get those out here this week. But these are pretty cool. So these are little RC cars, so that's a little diorama of Mel's drive-in there. Those aren't actual trucks.
That sand looks like gravel.
And then Mr. X has a question. What does the error mean? Invalid values found in the 3MF raft expansion 1 not in range. And where is the parent tab? Not a single solitary clue on that one, buddy. Other than I have yet to find a print that I need a raft on, so just go turn the raft stuff off. Because I don't know what you need the raft for. Do you guys ever use a raft at all? I never use them. Ever.
Sometimes.
Only on one print.
The only time I've ever used one is when the print actually comes with it built in the 3MF file, and I usually turn it off anyway.
Same thing. I do the same exact thing. And then
And there are some things that need a raft, like that you might need to hold things together or
between the gold PEI plate and the BQ plate, like those things hold stuff down so well. Like again, like I have yet to find something like Hotfix said, like one or two things maybe.
Yeah.
But those things hold so well, like there's not really a point.
Yeah, most of the time I just use a brim anyway. If I was going to need something to hold something like tall or hold it steady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where I've normally used the raft is when there needs to be an accuracy between the plate and other surfaces. And by using the raft, it forces it to basically build its own build plate.
Yeah, Mr. X, if it's giving you some kind of crazy error on a raft from somebody getting crazy cute on making some micro adjust, and here again, right, on some of these 3MF files that you download where people are getting like crazy cute on raft settings. Like, yeah, that one you got me on. So I don't know, like, if there's a need for a raft, then you might need to figure it out, Mr. X. But if there's not, I would just turn it off and go.
Yeah, you might turn it off, and what I believe that error is saying is that there's something is out of range, and just enter or another way of keeping the raft if you need it, and if you need it. I agree with Len that, and you probably don't need it anyway.
Yeah.
But if you need it, then try going to a default setting and noting what the default settings are and reset everything. Type in the numbers again.
Yep. That's a good one. If it's giving you those errors, just hit the little circle thing to revert it back to the default settings. Ignore the raft if you don't need it. If it does need it, use those default settings like Robert said. I think that's a great idea. And like, yeah, Hotfix, I turn off 90% of the cute settings. So these days, if it's not something super crazy, I look, if it's not like a multicolor where I need to have like those separate objects or whatever as part of the 3MF file so that it's easy to color the object. If it's like a single color print, I download the STL. Because the other thing is, if they leave like even the filament that they're not using, if they leave a setting on that's crazy or whatever, when you download the 3MF file, it downloads that as well. Like even if it's like a PLA print and they just happen to have TPU loaded in their AMS and they have some crazy setting on that, then you have to, do you want to save this? And if you accidentally save it, then you got their crazy setting for TPU on your thing or whatever and not even realize it. So I try to hit the little arrow next to it and download the STL unless it's a multicolor print. Then I'll do the 3MF and then go through and take out the 90% of the crazy cute settings that they put in there.
I've had problems with people
most time
downloading
unnecessary.
a model.
Go ahead.
I've had problems with people downloading a model that I created, and I put in the settings that I needed for that build, and then they think that, oh, I'll just import it and re-slice it. No, there's settings for a reason. But some people get just cute and just change things because they can.
Yep. You got a button there. I got to push it, right? So these are RC cars, Hotfix, and I don't know if Colorado Adventure Club is here. I think he sent this last week and I missed it.
So
but
that's
this is a
garage?
Yeah, this is a diorama of a garage.
Dude,
These
you
are
have the
RC
concrete
cars.
crack in the floor, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nuts. I swear to God, I thought I was looking at
The
some
little
real-life
wavy
monster
flag,
trucks.
the little wavy flag, that's 3D
Yeah.
printed too. The lights, the little
Yeah, the amount of
lift.
details that he has is just crazy.
Yeah.
The only thing that looks distorted to me is the guy's expression. Okay,
I didn't
that's
even notice
really
the
hard
guy.
to fake,
Wow.
but it doesn't matter.
Okay, now I see it. But man, I swear to God, the crack in the concrete was like, no,
So
that can't be a model.
see dude's leg right here. So these are all little models.
Oh my Lord!
See dude in there.
Wow.
And this
There's a
is
couple-
Colorado Adventure Club's
Yes, so
thing
those
right
are
here.
really small models, or that guy is really big.
the NIH experiment got out. Wow, I'm thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, super cool. And
He needs to
then
put a Coke can in there.
That would have
Yeah.
solved the problem, although I think I would have been like, I didn't know they make Coke cans that big.
No, I'm talking about a miniature Coke can.
Dude, we're going into the
Well, maybe he
7-Eleven, dude.
Yeah, we just didn't look at it close
Oh,
enough.
this is insane.
yeah, look at this 7-Eleven
Oh, look.
3D printed.
You are. Some of that has to be like big toy food and stuff, right? Like all that's 3D printed.
It might be
it's
through the
so
printer
cool.
and painted. And
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, or some of it, like the clear stuff.
Oh my
Dude, we're
Lord!
going into the 7-Eleven,
So you have a giant
dude.
person going to 7-Eleven.
Guys, check it out.
Yeah, that's so
Oh.
crazy.
Look at this.
Now I want pizza.
Now I want
You
some
want
nachos.
Sure, it's a lot of ice.
Now I want some nacho
Oh,
cheese and stale chips.
Oh, this is so cool.
7-Eleven,
Dude,
where
that's
you at?
awesome.
Oh my Lord! I am. My brain is
Dude.
rebooting. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
how crazy is that? At first, when I first saw this, I was like, "Why is he showing a picture going into 7-Eleven?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, that's not a real 7-Eleven. That's super crazy." The little
Yeah.
tile on the floor, everything is crazy in that.
And then gumballs, like how tiny do those have to be? That's
They're
insane.
sand. Painted
Oh,
sand.
The amount of detail is just crazy. And the amount of time dedicated for this.
Somebody's
I-
got too much time on their hands.
Well, obviously he doesn't, because he's dedicated it to this, so he doesn't have any time left.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's so crazy.
I'm very impressed.
Well,
Yeah,
you got to
super
figure a
cool.
lot of those prints you could probably fit on one H2S plate and then just print it and then you paint it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the amount of time painting all this, or putting everything together.
Making
there's
it
kind
of- there's no
mobile,
weekend
because I
project.
think this is like a RC event that everybody went to, and so this is mobile too. And it even had the little
Going into
parking
the-
lot, like outside the parking lot, looked pretty real as well. That's
Just
so
remember
crazy.
that there's those guys who do Warhammer
How do you make the
40K
water
resin prints, and they hand paint those things with the tiniest little brushes, and I don't know how they have the patience to do that. Much less my hands shake constantly.
Well,
And
they
so-
are better than us.
True, but if they can, my point is, if they can do the tiny little eyeballs on those little resin prints, then they can do those other things. But
Yeah.
man, that's I can't do it. So
The asphalt, the little parking poles,
yeah.
the brick on the outside, the neon signs, so crazy.
The little like per parking space curb, yeah. That's
Or
ridiculous.
the oil spot on the parking space.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dirt
Bad.
and oil spot on the
Yeah.
super
Colorado
cool.
Adventure Club, wherever you are, man, mad respect.
Did he do this or did he?
No, I think this
Send
is at a RC event, and he was taking pictures of all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, still, his car helped
bring the illusion to life, right?
Maybe he participated in it in some way. It's impressive, no matter who did it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thanks for sharing it. Yeah, smash the like button if you liked any of that stuff, and thank you for sending that in. Colorado Adventure Club, sorry if I missed it. Next, we'll get over to Ed, who isn't with us tonight, but sent us in some cool stuff. So this is some remnants, I'm guessing, from Halloween still. This is really cool. Little Lego figure that's super huge.
I wish I could do that to my wife. So her mouth closed.
What's her email address? I'll send her the link.
Yeah.
Won't be your wife much longer. No, I'm kidding. That's the girl from, I forget her name, but that's the girl from A Nightmare Before Christmas, Sally.
Yeah.
I have a co-pilot tonight. That's really...
You into Microsoft or something?
Well, I work for them, but I'm referring to the girlfriend sitting next to me on the couch watching the live stream with me.
Yeah. I was joking about Copilot.
It was definitely funny for me. I got it. I like the details on, like, even just the little stitches around her mouth and the little lipstick. That's like really good detail.
Yeah, that looks
Is that
painted
painted
on.
or
Yeah, I don't think so.
Done?
Can you zoom in at all, or? I mean, I know you can zoom in, but I mean, I'm just wondering if you zoom in, if it'll show us.
It's
Yeah,
printed.
show the layer line. Yes, it is.
Wow,
It's
that's so awesome. Like, you have to get right up on it. And there's zero bleeding, too. Good job, Ed.
I think it's a combination of it's a big size and it's probably fine layers.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume that was the H2D, where the black was on its own.
Yeah.
That's just...
I'd hate to see the purge from that.
Yeah, right? Going from that light blue or that white to black. Or, I mean, you know what I mean, black to the... Anyway.
What blue is that?
That's the one of the light bamboo ones.
Yeah, looks like the sky blue or the baby blue matte from Bamboo.
Oh, it's some matte. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have a lot of experience with the matte ones. I've only bought the green one.
CNB blue.
The only
Speaking of
issue
which-
I have with matte filament is it's so fragile.
Yeah. And I never understood why the guy who designed multi-board, there are videos there he says, "Oh, I use matte PLA because I found it to be the strongest." I'm like, what crack are you smoking, dude? I don't think he's like the
Maybe
only
if you-
person. Go ahead.
Maybe if you made it 100% infill.
Right, but then I would still use regular PLA, right? Because the additives they put in there make it... Anyway. I'm sure you guys talked about this last week when I wasn't able to make it because of various reasons, but I just noticed on Bamboo's site, because I went to look up the filament, and the bulk rolls are on sale for $10.99. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it. That's insane. Sorry for the total tangent.
Yeah, but I think you need to buy like 18, 20 rolls, something like that, to get that price. Which that's
I
a
just
huge take for
received
you.
20
But if you
rolls.
do black, white, and gray, those are like the three that you use the most. You might as well, right? You're going to print with all of those.
Absolutely. The issues for white, I don't use Bamboo white, I use Sunlook. So I get the 10 pack from Sunlook. So the black from Bamboo I do like, so I get usually like 10.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
got a
you're right.
10-pack and I did 5 black and 5 white like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the problem. I placed the order at the end of October. It was just before they started but they might have just started, but I don't think I ordered enough to qualify for like $11 rolls.
Yeah, you're right, Gabe. It's 18 rolls to get 45% off. I mean, still, if you're going to go all in, and
Oh no, I'm not saying don't go
But, yeah.
for it. That's a
Yeah, yeah.
Tuesday for you.
not
For us that order less filaments, that's like
For
half
us
a year of filaments for me.
filament peasants over here. That's funny. This came out cool too. It looks drawn, but it's for sure printed too. But that looks drawn right out of the Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah. I never thought about it, but his very basic art style with the big chunky lines works very well with layer lines and 3D printing. That's really, really awesome.
I bet it looks even cooler in person.
Yeah.
That looks like it's photocopied right out of the book, man. That's crazy. One of the most iconic helmets ever.
Yep. Yeah, I like the Vader, but I have to say I'm a little disappointed. He has an H2D and he made a single color print.
Yeah. He has not only an H2D, but how many AMSs?
I think the answer is all of them. But yeah, no, I think he was doing this for us lowly peasants who don't have the fancy printers wouldn't feel too left out. I appreciate that, Ed.
And he actually had a little bit of foresight and said, "Hold my beer, Justin."
Well, I have a Vader coming up here after this, so we'll see.
It's kind of like
The
3D
Vader
printing
Wars.
3D printing 6 years ago, 3D printing today.
That's funny. Yeah, this one turned out cool. Little chunkiness from the supports, it looks like right there. And these are the ones the support on, it looks like it goes from the model to the piece up here. I'll have it do a whole tree all the way up here.
Yep.
So I don't have a
Yep.
chunk on this one side right here. To keep, and then it's
Yeah.
really hard when it does it in those little places, like right in between here. It's really hard
You
to
have to
get
get out
that
your
out.
super thin
Yeah.
needle nose plier. Yeah, I'm with you. I always almost always check on build plate only.
Yep, build plate only.
Yep.
But that's cool. It's like I like the front on. It's like his arms are kind of almost coming out of a block. Kind of reminded me of Han Solo's Carbonite. I liked it. It was a very different one. Like there's a solid wall his arms are coming out of behind the cape.
Yeah, really cool little stand. Two cool little busts. The single color one was pretty cool, and this one's pretty cool too. All right, and that does it for all of Ed's prints. Thank you, Ed, if you're watching this in the future. Appreciate you sending those in. If you liked any of them, smash the like button. Next on the list is Gabe. So tell us about the airless ball or whatever. That almost looks like a golf ball.
Gabe is straight baller now.
And if you're talking, you're on mute. Or multitasking.
No, I was definitely talking on mute. I hit on mute, but it didn't unmute me. It doesn't like me. Hates me. So it is an airless golf ball. Although golf balls don't really have air anyway, but I guess it's a double airless golf ball, I suppose.
Can you hit that with a golf club?
Yeah, there's no way my driver will destroy that thing.
Well, you might be able to go to the next. There is a
Dude.
video.
I got the Callaway smoke
Oh,
stick, dude. That
yeah,
thing will
well,
blast this thing.
You'll see why. So I printed that with.
That's no force.
It's yeah, I know, but I threw it from a second floor. It bounced like nothing. My dog stole it. She's been at it for 2 days and still holding.
You printed dog toys.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
that's
Maybe
specific-
it will survive.
it is like rubber. So it is a very flexible PLA. So it's not your typical PLA.
Oh man, you might have to send that thing to me so I could go smash it with my
Fine.
driver and see if it survives.
Oh, send me an email and I have so my son's birthday is this month, and he's doing a mini golf birthday, so I printed a bunch of them.
Yeah, smash the like button if you want to see a video of me trying to destroy Gabe's airless golf ball with my driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't play golf.
Would work
so I don't have
fine
any
for
clubs.
I do, and I can hit the. I mean, I have a really nice Callaway driver, and I can put the scunion on the bunion on that thing. Like, but I think it might survive. Like, I want to try to play a hole with it and see what happens.
So I actually have.
Yeah, I think you really
two
do
extra
need to
ones.
send it, and I'm gonna
So-
make a video.
So
for
I have,
science, yeah.
what I believe is 2 extra ones. Let me consult with the wife how many kids we have, because those are going in the goodie bags for the kids. So let me see how many I actually need. If not, I'll print another one and send it to you.
Just tell her Gabe, just tell her Lynn's a very big kid and he needs one too.
Well, we are all.
Yeah, as
pretty
long
big
as it
kids,
don't
that's why
go
I
in the
print
water,
extra.
I'll send it back.
You don't have to send it back. I can print more.
Or if
Yeah,
it doesn't get destroyed.
Lynn will Happy Gilmore that thing to death.
That's the important stuff too, right?
I could put the smash stick on that thing, but I don't know. I think it might survive.
I think it might survive. So I'm gonna upload a video of a failed print so you can see how flexible it is. I think it
Golf.
might actually.
Golf vlogging video for science coming soon.
You ever seen any slow-mo videos of a golf ball being hit?
Yeah, it
Good.
compresses and everything. It's super cool.
Oh,
It's
this one is
amazing.
definitely gonna compress.
I didn't take a picture of it, but one of my golf buddies moved into the desk across from mine at work, so I didn't take a picture of this, but this week I printed out a little putting cup, and then I bought some Callaway Happy Gilmore 2 golf balls, so we're going to get lots of putting practice in the office pretty soon. So
And you
now
made
I
that-
need
that
the
filament.
airless golf ball, and I'll try that one for putting too. I'll get a
Gabe, that
video of
filament
that.
was the imported stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. But so that from the video, yes, it's the one that my wife brought me from Spain. So they don't actually sell it here. But I found one on Amazon that is pretty much identical and easier to print. They if I throw them one next to the other, they bounce exactly the same. And it's dog friendly, that one, the one that I bought on Amazon.
It's very important because they will chew it.
Oh yeah, but,
What's
So,
that hunk of white stuff in? Oh, that's right.
yeah. So then I uploaded another video of a failed print, so you can see. So you go back to the previous one. So the oh this red one is Christmas decoration my mom requested. So this one is from my mom's office assistant. She has a pug, and she asked me to do something for her pug related. So I'm actually printed some mini pugs for her and printed this mostly as a joke. So The dog's name is Bruno, so His Royal Highness Bruno, Prince of Darkness.
That's so funny.
I like that marble PLA. Do you remember what brand that is?
Yeah, but I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
It's
That's
the
probably
Zero. Zero.
Oh yeah, no, yep.
Yeah. I have
Really
it.
hides
It's,
the layer lines.
Yeah, it does. It does a really good job. It's the Zero marble PLA. Yeah, it looks actually better in person. Anyway, up to the next one. So my mom requested this, my son printed this for her. She used to have a chocolate lab that passed away a few years ago. So she wanted a Christmas decoration. My son found this one and printed it for her. So he ended up printing 5 of them for her. And that's just bamboo, chocolate, brown, the dark red that they sell. I forgot the name.
You know, when I first saw this before Glenn zoomed in on it, I thought the dog was pooping. I was like, but that's really cute. I like that.
So it's
Christmas
the
one.
maroon red. It's, the red. And
That's a-
the
that's a
zero silk gold at the top.
That's a really pretty red. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Nice
my
print.
son's favorite one.
It could be a theme specific if it was on green grass.
Yeah, I guess if my mom wants green grass, we'll have to reprint them. Don't give. Hopefully, she won't
Don't
listen
give
to
no
this video.
ideas. You're like, oh, this took forever to print.
So yeah, so this is tricolor filament, which I forgot the brand. But if someone wants to know, I can look it up on Amazon. Then just red
I like
eyes.
the red eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
red eyes look cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really interesting filament. Like if you look in,
It is. So it's a tricolor. You know what? I'm gonna
like
look.
all
it up
these
on-
colors look crazy.
No.
Yeah, it changes so often.
Well,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
the colors are. It has 3 sides on the so that they print together at the same time. It's not like it's switched from one color to the next. They're printing at the same time, the 2 colors.
It's that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like 3 little filament
Yeah.
strands in one 1.75 millimeter
Exactly.
filament strand or whatever. Instead
Yeah,
of it
I'll-
going from one color and then so many feet going to another color and then so many feet going to another color.
Exactly.
Most of the
So-
time I've seen that, it's amazing how, the laminar flow. Which printer was this done on?
The X1C.
Yeah, this type of tricolor, I've noticed that when you do a multicolored print where there's a lot of retractions, like you're switching from red back to the silk, it twists it because the way it retracts it. So that's why, especially you see the weird variations in color, right
Yeah,
around
on the head.
Yeah. I've had the same problem. There was one filament that, like, no matter what I did, unless I printed just the tricolor, it would twist like that. So, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool on this dragon actually, but
It looks really cool, and I put the
Yeah.
link to the filament on the chat.
Are
Yeah,
the
you go to the-
ears black or are they?
Black.
Yeah,
The horns.
yeah.
So that's the other side of the face.
and I will say that it's also important that the people who wind the tricolor do it very uniformly, because if they don't do it uniformly, it could also do that when you're printing. So you could actually be compounding it with a
Yeah, but I printed other stuff. I think it's the retraction you were mentioning, because
Yeah.
I printed other stuff that it was just that single filament and didn't
Yeah.
have that effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some little tiny dinosaurs trying to print for my kids out of tricolor, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to stop doing that. And I realized it was right around the retractions, but I do like that, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Really cool effect.
Yeah, really cool. And congratulations on getting your H2D with your AMSs, Mr. X. Be sure to send us in some pictures of your prints. Yeah, this is a crazy filament. Like, just the more you look at it, the crazier the color changes look and get.
Yeah, I love it. I have gone through 2 or 3 rolls so far.
Yeah, super
Yeah, this
crazy.
was the what was left of my last roll. Well, there's a tiny bit left, but not enough to print anything, or at least nothing big enough.
Yeah, really cool.
I've bought several rolls of that, but I haven't chose to use it on anything.
Ooh. Is
So
that
this
glow
is-
in the dark?
It is not glow in the dark. I do have one that's glow in the dark. I was just testing the filament pretty much, so I didn't want to just glow in the dark for this. But it looks really nice. It looks like chalk.
Yeah. That's a matte rainbow gradient.
Yes, I can put in the link as well. That's the name of that one.
Yeah, those are some really good,
I
like,
think it's Oversure.
pastel colors.
Everyone. But that's the Everyone matte rainbow.
I used a bunch of their matte they had like a couple matte rainbow variants. I used one of them to print all those bunnies a while back. I really liked how it came out.
Yeah, it prints really, really well. Yeah, we're just playing around with the filaments.
And it does remind me of like that pastel chalk pack that you would get, those
Yeah.
big fat
Yeah,
ones.
as a
Remember the
kid.
big
Yep.
fat
Yep.
chalks or whatever? They would be all these colors.
Yeah, that's exactly what reminds me of, and it prints really well. I printed that. I think it's 0.16 layer lines.
I've noticed on a couple of matte prints I've done recently, I don't see the layer lines nearly as much as I do on like regular PLA or PETG. I don't know if the additive they added to flatten it helps hide it too, or
I think it's more that they don't reflect the light as much
okay,
as
that makes sense.
shinier
Yeah.
filaments.
Yeah, okay, so it's like a reverse optical illusion. I gotcha.
Because obviously you can see them here in the close-up.
And that, by the way, that Macron rainbow, that's the exact one I used for the bunnies. Yeah, that's a good filament.
Mhm.
So pretty.
Yeah, I have a similar filament, but it's glow in the dark.
Do me a favor, don't provide the link for that one.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. But it's Isamante or Isamante or whatever. So PLA glow. I don't think it looks as chalk. So that's the one that fails. So that's how flexible it is.
Yeah, I wanna try to play a hole with that.
Yeah, I'm not. I can promise you that it's not going to fly straight. So you might lose it at first hit.
Hey, it might correct the curve that I already got in that thing.
Or make it worse, depending how.
It might straighten it out. If it curves to the left, that'll be the greatest golf ball ever invented.
The perfect ball for Captain Shankmaster here.
Yeah. Now, usually my golf balls are from the military. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Oh,
They're super thirsty because they will find the water to get a drink at any given moment, even if it's behind
dirty
me.
and they need a bath.
Yeah, or they're dirty, need a bath. That's funny.
that. I know you said this to me before, but man, you're right. The thickness of those balls, that's chonky. Wow.
Yeah, but I think it might survive actually.
I think it survives. I really want to try to play a hole with it. I think it'll survive. I don't think it'll do good, but
Oh no,
I'm not very
it's not-
good anyway. I can hit it really far, not anywhere near where I want it to go, but it goes really
Oh,
far.
you might end up hitting it 400 yards.
You never know. Downhill in the wind in a hurricane.
Yeah.
Does it have a sail on it to help
Because
me
it-
out a
because
little
it
bit?
bounce.
Too?
Because it bounced, it might help you.
It has some
Maybe-
pop-out rings.
Now it's not gonna fly straight. That I can assure you, because the print, when I was removing some of them, that they kind of bulge a bit on where they had the supports on the print bed, so that they're not exactly 100% round. So it's definitely not gonna fly straight. It might correct your swing, but
I
you might
use
be
all the
happy.
help I can get getting it straight.
So, Mr. X, that filament is one that my wife brought me from Spain, so it's not sold in the United States, but there's a very similar one on Amazon that I'll put in the link. Now, I'll give everyone that wants to print the warning. It is a pain to remove from the bed. Use glue. Now, it's
Yeah.
not so it sticks, so you can remove it.
Yeah, it's a release agent at that point.
Yes. Because I didn't, the first one that I printed, I didn't put any glue on my PI bed. I still haven't been able to remove it all.
That's crazy. That's some super crazy filament. All right, Hotfix, tell us about firmware version 0.0.0.0. That's super interesting.
Yeah, so apparently when you spend all your Maker World points to buy the $150 AP board replacement for your X1 Carbon, because their really crappy wiki instructions don't tell you how to remove the old ribbon cable, and you end up snapping this tiny little piece of plastic off that you have to have. So you have to buy a whole new board. You slap the board in, the screen starts working again, but it says there's no firmware. It keeps complaining about a micro LiDAR calibration that no matter how many times you run it, it doesn't go away. It won't generate a QR code. It's on the network. It does the whole network test just fine, but it will not. I can't get it to do a damn thing. So I had to reopen my ticket with Bamboo X1 or Bamboo Lab because they sent me my replacement parts, claimed they got delivered to my mailbox, never did. I waited for a whole week just to see if one of my neighbors got it by mistake and brought it by. Never happened. Had to open up a case with the USPS. And then finally Bamboo sent me replacement parts, which I got, and I installed. And yeah, this is what I'm left with. Was so excited to see the screen working at any angle. I can tilt it and the touchscreen works at any angle now.
Yeah,
But
don't
the-
tilt it too much. You might break it again.
Yeah, well,
Leave it there.
it's a brand new ribbon. It's a brand new ribbon cable, which is probably all the original one needed. But again, there's really, pardon my expression, crappy wiki instructions how to replace the ribbon cable. It left out some really important steps. I was like, guys, you have the same steps plus the important details on how to replace the AP board wiki. Just point people to that one. Anyway, so I'm a little pissed off, but hey, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right?
So,
I'm very disappointed in Bamboo Labs with their slow support.
response? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hotfix, at some point, a year or maybe a bit more ago, I read someone, I think it was on a Facebook group, that had to replace one of the boards, and it required, after he got it, it required Bamboo to register that board on their system so you could register the printer.
Quite possibly. In which case, that I sent them all those screenshots, including
Yeah,
whatever
it's
that
like-
ID was.
It's like the TPM or something, a trusted platform module, like on computers or whatever.
Well, hopefully next week I'll have good news for you guys. Not that everybody else is waiting for bated breath, but I got to tell you,
It's been a
break.
while.
Yeah, I took a break because it was very disheartening to fight that out with bamboo. I bought the original ribbon cable. I broke my AP board. They wouldn't give me any help. Told me, suck it up, Buttercup. You got to give us $150. So I spent all my Maker World points to do that. Didn't get here. Went weeks waiting for it. Had to fight with them to send it again. I finally get it. And I plug it in, and it's not working. It's like, and every once in a while. So these little guys here are the moths. My girlfriend's daughter really loves moths, and she picked this one out on Maker World and chose the colors. And so she hasn't seen them yet, but I printed those for her. And twice my A1 said about halfway through the printing, "Oh, can't read the SD card." I'm like, you mother effer. I literally wasted half a roll of 3 different rolls of filament trying to print these little guys because he just decides randomly it doesn't want to see the SD card anymore. Pop it out, pop it back in. Oh, there it is. Come on, guys. I think that's why the new printers are all USB memory card, because those don't have those kind of issues. But anyway, these are really cute moths on Maker World, and they're articulated. So they don't move a whole lot, but they do move.
They look
Yeah,
really
they're
cool.
cute.
She wanted, I can just barely see a little bit of the black behind the white, but I think that's how sometimes, if anybody's ever sliced a model like this, like sometimes the slicer goes, oh, the eye needs to be really big behind.
Yeah, it needs to go all the way through the print. Black.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that I had the flushing at like 0.7 on this one. I normally drop it down to 0.6, but I kept it at 0.7 because white and black, right? So I don't think there's any color contamination. I think it's just you're seeing the black piece behind the white piece when you look at the eyes. These are really cute. I'm gonna look for a death moth, the one with like the skull and the wings or something from Silence of the Lambs, to see if I can get her that one next.
Oh my gosh, this one was so close.
Those are 2 different ones. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see one that's like maybe a third of the way up, and then the one on the right, very right, is 2/3 the way up. Those are the 2 failed batches. And I was like, God, but yeah, that's the F-bomb right there.
Hey Ed, welcome back.
Hey Ed,
Yeah,
I just think those are so cute, and I feel like I also kind of bled my kids dry on ideas of things to print. But now that I have a girlfriend with her own kids, I'm like, hey, new fresh source of inspiration. Let's go.
New people to get my plastic toys.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have the plastic toys, and they have a whole bunch of fresh ideas. So her son really likes goats. In fact, he loves playing Goat Simulator, which is just a silly game. And there's a goat. He wanted a lion goat. There's no such model on Maker World, but he found this angry goat and said that would work. And I offered to like multicolor print it. And he said, no, 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 no. I want it white because I want to paint it myself. And I was like, okay. And we talked about how bright white might not be the best choice. So we went with my CC3D bone white, which kind of comes out a little bit matte. And I think it's going to be a perfect canvas for him to paint all those guys. They're really cute. If he paints a couple of them, I'll get my girlfriend to take a picture and I'll send them in next thing. But I left some of the supports on because they're just now learning about this hobby, and I wanted them to like be able to remove the supports themselves, but also just kind of see how the pizza's made. So that's why some of them still have the supports on.
that's a good plan.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Yeah, show us some when he paints them. That'd be cool to see.
I'd be happy to.
That'd be really cool to see. I haven't seen very many people. I think Colorado Adventure Club has shown a few things like the RC bodies and things like that, and a lot of the diorama stuff I think is hand painted. But you don't see a lot of like the little figurines or whatever hand painted, so that would be cool to see.
Most of those are resin printed that end up getting painted.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a modeler on 3D World, or Make a World, Jesus God. And I can't remember their name, but they did a batch of these last year, and he did 5 waves, 5 versions, 2 pumpkins each for 2025. And this is wave 1. These were all going to be reverse trick-or-treaters for my kids, meaning when my kids would go up to the door on Halloween, they would say trick-or-treat, they get their candy, and then they would hand these to the people giving them the candy. So like reverse trick-or-treating. I had like 50 of these things printed off, and we promptly forgot them at home. So now I'm going to give these to my kids to take to class to hand out to their classmates. So.
Just do a pumpkin pie.
Oh, wow. Anyway.
Thanksgiving decorations.
But these guys are 0.6 flushing volume, Bamboo Lab Mistletoe Green, Bamboo Lab Pumpkin Orange, and Bamboo Lab Black. And they all turned out just amazing. This is one of those creators where some of these models, he went and tweaked like 50 settings. And I was like, nope, we're going to go down to like 5. I was just like, man, I don't understand. Oh, well, instead of 5,000 millimeters per second acceleration, we're going to do 4,700. Dude, what are you doing? Just stop. But yeah, so this is the first batch. In each batch, he had 2 pumpkins. So the pumpkins on the left and pumpkins on the right are 2 different batches. I mean, the 2 different models in version 1 of 2025. And the next one will have 2 more.
And then in the chat, Jason, I don't know why Streamlabs decided to delete your message, but I'll just read it so you don't have to try to retype it. It was pretty crazy. It says, before we hit the end of the live stream, does anyone know what filament it is that rings metallic like? I saw something in a video about someone making a bell out of it, but can't recall what it is.
Its Polymaker has Fibron. When I was at 3D Printopia, they had the bells there that you could ring. So go look at Fibron brand. That's like they have Polymaker split up into Panchroma, which is like their fun color prints, and Fibron, which are their engineering prints. And if you go on their website and look at the Fibron stuff, you can find I don't remember the exact one that they had there. It was like PAHT12 or something like that, but yeah. I was actually Matt Frankly built at the booth at the Polymaker, standing right next to 3D Print General. It was insane all the YouTube personalities they had there, and that was they had the bells, yeah. And if you can't find it, man, let me know next week and I'll dig it up. Okay, so these are 2 more. These ones on the right. If you look, the left of the 2 on the right, the left one has a really sophisticated little green top. The one on the right, it broke off because removing the supports on that was a nightmare. That one model, it was a nightmare. And unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention, and the support tree kind of merged into the left side of some of the pumpkins. That's what that little black... We're going to call that an aging spot on the pumpkin.
I thought it was where it was rotting or something.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't
Yeah,
think of names of what the bottom of this pumpkin is right there, but I'll shut up.
Oh, God. Yeah, I was really frustrated taking those. I got out my tweezers, man. I was being so careful, still snapping them off. All right, now, Lynn.
We get demonetized.
Yeah. Don't complain. It was your doing.
It was not
Really
Gabe
like the-
this time.
No.
I like the pumpkin on the left because he really looks worried. I don't know why that one just seems really cute to me. And what's really weird is the ones I showed in the previous picture, the 2025 V1s, were really larger than all the other ones. I don't know why that artist did that, where it's like the next 4 ones were like normal size. But yeah, this is another one. You got Angry Pumpkin on the left, Sleepy Pumpkin on the right. They're just really cute. Yeah, those are the big ones, and I just like And those, oh, the goofy one on the left is cute too. And you got the more traditional jack-o'-lantern on the right, which, respect.
Yeah, these are all really cool.
Yeah, I think I got one more picture of those. Because I did 4 out of 5 of the 2025 variants.
Very cool.
Yeah. You got like the vampire one on the right and the on the left. And those are all of them put together. That's all the ones I printed. Although I've actually handed out a couple of them, so just probably add like 10 more. And that's all the ones I printed in preparation for Halloween. And then promptly forgot them all at home like an idiot. But yeah, thankfully I was able to do some 4-color prints on the on my A1 when it was deciding to cooperate.
Really cool. Really cool. Thank you for sending those in.
Thank you, sir.
And then next on the list we have Justin. So let me get your stuff loaded. And we start with a DeLorean. That's really cool. Is that like a key hook thing with the back end of the DeLorean? That's super cool.
Yeah, that's I think I found that model in Maker World, and it is the back end of the DeLorean. It's for your keys, and it has the wall mount little keyholes on the other side of it, which I didn't show a picture of, but yeah, it turned out really well. It prints in pieces, and you just glue all the little lights in and all the other pieces together. But it turned out really well. The lights were a little bit of a pain to get in, but you just dab some glue and get tweezers and push them in, and you're fine.
How many pieces was that?
Oh gosh, let's see. You had the body, you had the hooks, and then the dark gray printed in on one plate, and then you had the black fins, and then the lights all printed little separate pieces, the license plate, and then you have the little, I don't want to call it Mr. Fusion because that's not Mr. Fusion like on the actual car. It's something different in the center, but that was 2 pieces too. So I would say overall 50, 60 pieces.
And so did it use an AMS or?
The only things that it used the AMS for is for the license plate. Everything else is single color prints just on different plates.
Really cool.
Are the red, yellow, and white tail lights, are those all separate little tiny squares that you glued in?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's some patience, man.
Yeah, I bet this one right here.
Yeah, that little one.
That one took some cussing and discussing to get in,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I would think it would print just fine, and all the yellow, and then all the red, then all the white.
Yeah, he had them separated out in plates, so it was real easy, and I just printed them up that way. And actually, on this one, what I did is I grouped them, arranged them and grouped them, and this printed as objects on my H2S because the plate's huge, so I was able to get all of them on there at the same time.
That's a good idea. Yep. You do print by object.
Yep.
That's a lot of patience, man. You got more, not only more skill, but more patience than I do.
It took some time, but it turned out really nice. So.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, this one was another Maker World. Prints in multiple pieces and you just glue it together. Even the shoestrings are different pieces that you just glue on. So it was, again, just printing out different plates and gluing it together.
I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything.
Exactly.
Which direction was the pants printed?
The pants were printed actually upside down because it has a kind of a key knob there that fits into the shirt, so it was printed upside down.
Yeah. The clue that's indicating maybe it's not that way is it looks like there's support material underneath the right leg. Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that did that way. I'm almost positive it printed upside down though.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's how I would print it and use some pins.
You could easily get rid of some of that just with a soldering iron with one of those diamond tips on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it could be part of the design.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to
Since
tell from the photo.
Since I printed Bart, I had to print Homer. So again, it's all different pieces just glued together.
That's not
Oh,
a Sudsy can.
No,
I
it's
I have
not.
to say, I absolutely love them. The Simpsons are one of my favorite cartoons, so I absolutely love them. I might have to print them. Did you use the bamboo yellow on this?
Yeah, just regular bamboo yellow. I actually never. I don't think I've ever watched a full Simpsons episode. So
Wow. I don't think
Oh.
I've ever missed one.
Can we kick him out?
Yeah. You just lost a lot of cool points there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that proves
So,
you're actually not
there's
from
a-
America.
So Paramount.
Yeah, I was about
with
to
the PLA,
say-
it's a Simpsons yellow.
Paramount has a Simpsons yellow on Amazon that you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's not.
The only thing
So
with
the-
their filament rolls, don't let your AMS close.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, but at least they fit, so they can spin in.
yeah, they spin and everything, but the lid touches or whatever whenever you do that. But yeah, I think when I still had my Creality, I got some of this Simpsons yellow from Paramount. I don't have any more of it. But yeah, this is a super cool color. They have a bunch of really cool colors for like cartoony things or whatever. If you're looking for that, Paramount has really cool ones.
That looks pretty close to me, though.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, maybe if you held it right up to like the actual cartoon, you could tell a difference. But
Yeah, but that's why I was asking, because it looks really
Yeah.
close. And
Yeah.
the one, I guess it's a more the one from the Simpsons, but the Paramount one is not as shiny yellow, but it's very close. So I might not get. I have the Paramount one on my Amazon card on the wish list since at least a year now. But anyway, I love how they look. I might have to print them.
yeah, they're just on Maker World. So I forget the name of the artist now, but he did Homer and Bart. I'm not sure if the little baby kid's on there or not, or Marge, but he definitely did these two.
Yeah, they have like crazy skin tones, like fair complexion and different complexion colors. And then Simpson yellow.
Never noticed that.
And they
Yeah,
have
but-
different rolls now than they did before, so these probably work better than they did. It's been a couple years since I've used Paramount, but they have some really interesting colors. Like I said, for skin colors, they
Yeah.
have all kinds of different complexions of skin. They have some army, like men color greens or whatever, and some browns. So if you're looking for some specific colors for like little figurines or whatever, Paramount has some really good colors with that. Yeah, military khaki, military green, fighter jet blue.
Just make
I
sure
did.
you get the high speed versions. Don't get the regular versions, because otherwise you'll have to slow down your bamboo printers.
I used Paramount before. I like the quality, but yeah, the AMS, the roll wouldn't fit in the AMS right. So I'm really glad to see they changed that.
Yeah, I might have to
I
get some
assume they
more.
changed it to fit the EMS, but maybe not.
I think there's a couple more different filament things like that they probably had to adhere to. And drying
it's-
things that are not the same size as those big old rolls or whatever.
Printed solid. The guys who sell Prusa stuff in Delaware, their own brand Jesse PLA, they have the rolls. They're like the plastic spools are like super chunky, like they got to wear like 300 grams just the spools, which is crazy. And they don't fit in the AMS. Work to where you can close the lid. It's so frustrating. It's like, guys, what are you doing with these spools? What do you just stop? Sorry for the tangent.
Well, the new AMSs have that little gripper in the back, so you have to really be careful about the thickness of the spool, where the old AMS was just basically a hole.
Did you guys notice that Prusa came out with a standard for RFID?
No.
An open standard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody did. I know the guys at
Then-
Polar were trying to do it too.
The problem I have with it is apparently they're circular RFID tags that don't need you to rotate the spool. Which would mean the AMS is probably going to be incompatible with that standard.
Well, then their open standard probably won't go too far. Then you remember
Yeah.
Blu-ray and HD DVD. Even though HD DVD was a better format, Blu-ray run out because just reasons.
Yep.
I
Or who knows
love this Darth
what's going
Vader.
to actually come out versus be proposed.
Yeah, this Vader again printed in multiple pieces.
I was about to say, did you have to print all these little buttons separate, or was it like just this plate that was separate?
It was plate. It was the control panels were all separate, but it printed with the AMS, and you just glued them on the specific places, so you didn't have to mess with all the little knobs or buttons or anything like that. But this model, I think I found on, I want to say it was things.com, but I'll double check that. Like it was $10. And the guy has several different Star Wars figures, and you print them in pieces and just glue them together. I have a Boba Fett one too, but it's literally going to take like 5 or 6 days to print that thing without the H2D, because it's going to waste almost a full roll of filament just in waste. So I may have to use an H2D to print that one, but this one printed really well, and it's pretty decent size. So
This is giving me Lord Helmet vibes. Was the head always supposed to be that big?
yeah,
The proportions
that-
look off on it. It almost looks like the Spaceballs.
That's Lord Helmet.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit more cartoonish, and I think that's why the head's obviously bigger than everything else. But I really like the design of it. So
Yeah. Very cool.
yeah, I want to say it was the arms were one piece, the legs were one piece, the cape, the helmet, and then the control panels. These are jewelry dishes that my fiance printed on her H2D. She got one last weekend, and she wanted to print some little jewelry containers. So these are the ones that she printed, and these are all using inland filament from Micro Center.
Really cool.
She might try a variable layer height.
Yeah, on the smoothing for those, yeah. This one is the exact same model, just with the different filament, and you can't see the layer height lines as bad, just due to the glitter filament, but you could still smooth it out a little bit.
Do you remember which filament this is?
I think they called that pink glitter. Twinkling pink, she says, from Inland.
Okay. That's really nice.
It's almost like the galaxy filament that Bamboo has.
Pink galaxy filament.
Yeah. That would actually be a good filament for Ghostbuster slime from Ghostbusters 2.
That would.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this is like a marble. I didn't notice that on the first print. That's very
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I forget the name of the filament, but it's another Inland, but it's I think it's just like pink marble is what it was called, honestly. And it's a matte filament. It's pretty delicate, though. The first go around we tried to print it failed because the supports just snapped under its own weight. So I increased the infill a little bit and made the supports a little bit stronger, and then we got a successful print out of it. I definitely would probably drop this on the floor because it would probably snap, but it turned out good for what it is.
Looks sophisticated and delicate at the same time.
Yeah, I think she got these off Maker World. There's an artist on there that has like, I don't know, 60 some different types of jewelry dishes, from shoes to cushions to all sorts of stuff. But for her first prints, they turned out good, I think. So
And Christmas starts.
God bless.
this was a multi-piece print that I actually did today. So just using bamboo filament, printed it in different pieces for the different colors, and then glued it all together.
Do you remember which one you used for the flesh tone? Because I'm really struggling to find a good flesh tone.
That is bamboo beige.
Okay, good. Thank you. And just for the
Good,
record,
yeah.
you're hurting my heart a little bit by already showing us Christmas.
Yeah, well, it's that time. I got to get stuff in the shop. So
I know, buddy. I just couldn't help giving you a hard time.
but yeah, this one printed really well. Bamboo only has really two flesh tones, and it's the beige, and there's one called latte, coffee latte, I think, or Laffy. I don't know. It's a matte. And
Yeah.
it's slightly darker than this, but for this I just did the flesh tone beige.
Thank you.
He looks mesmerized.
Yeah, I think if I was to do this one again, I would merge all the pieces of the eyes and just do an AMS, because gluing those little tiny dots on the eyes were a pain. This is another Maker World model. Printed the body in one piece, and then the eyes are a separate piece, and the nose.
Okay, you redeemed yourself with the Grinch. I really like that.
Is that
Yeah,
two
this-
different grains, or is it just the lighting?
No, that's two different greens. That's bamboo green and mistletoe green.
Very well done. That because that's just like how he is in the comic. Two different shades.
And I'm actually printing a more cartoonish one right now from like the new cartoon movie where he's like super skinny. And that one I'm using the bright lime green to kind of match the cartoon a little bit more, and then mistletoe green for his eyebrows and stuff.
Really cool. Really cool. Thank you for sending all of those in.
Cool.
And then last but not least, we've got Robert. And if I can open this correctly, that would be awesome. And it does not like it.
Okay. There's a pillbox that you can open up.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't like the format of that video for some reason.
Then I created a filament box or book that allows all the filaments to go in. And these are snap-in holders. And one of the other views will show without the hammer in it. So it's a print in place thing that is it great for a rolling tray that it bounces around a little bit. And so you can easily push the hammer in and it stays on the rack.
Did you use PLA for that or PETG?
That's PLA. And it's all print in place and seems to work good.
So the board they hook into is that one you printed as well, or is that something else?
That's a purchase.
Okay, that's very cool though. How that mechanism grabs it.
Yeah. And the next one is actually the more complicated one. It was for a thermal sensor or a heat gun. Go to the next one. You can and because the handle was a misshapen or a oblong handle, it took a little bit of working to get that working. I think I have another picture that shows it in and another picture that shows it out. I haven't posted these on Facebook or on Maker World yet. And so all these are print in place and
Those are cool. I like the little things that whenever you push them in, it like grabs or whatever. That's a really cool, like, way to hold
stable
stuff.
mechanism.
Really cool. Let's see if I can get these videos to play. There we go.
Similar to the other box that I did, but this one, then it allows it to open up and you can fill all the pill holes at the same time. Or you can pour out one day at a time.
That's cool. I like the way it slides open.
This does require that you glue it together. This was a challenge to print all these filament swatches and in one book, and this is fuzzy skin and the different patterns, and that's meant, and different infill pattern samples.
Really cool.
I haven't finished the print yet, but I have a front and a back for these two books. And the pages all print without support and have the built-in hinges, and you can easily add another page in there. Like I notice on this next book, their infill page, like that's the fuzzy skin where you can see the, not the infill, but the pattern of the, goes on the front and back. You can see the front and back on the build plate and off the build plate. Takes a while to print all the pages, though. But I think it's a good storage for all the different sizes.
Yeah, that's super handy. Super handy to have that. But it takes forever to print, I would imagine. I'll never have the patience to do it.
Large pages. That one, or the one without any of the inserts in it, are intended for a build plate. So I was going to print a different textured build plates. And go put it in there.
Really cool. Really cool. Are you going to put this one on Maker World?
Yep.
All right. All right. Well, that's
eventually it'll probably be a day or two before it gets up there.
all right. Well, that's all the photos and videos that we have for this week. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Be sure to smash the like button if you did. I'll see everybody on the next one. Have a great evening, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.